Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start our video with a petty revenge from our OP who taught a lesson to a grumpy lady at the grocery store. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Grocery store petty revenge. While at the store with my wife a while back, picking up stuff to throw on the grill, an opportunity presented itself that I just couldn't pass up. The store was not terribly crowded and only one lane was open to check out. While we were walking up to stand in line, a woman came from behind us at a near jog with a cart overflowing with stuff and, of course, cut right in front of us before we could get in line. I get it, fair is fair, and we weren't in line yet, but it was still a jerk move. I mean, we only had a dozen or so items, but rather than make a big deal of it, I had a better idea. I turned to my wife and in a voice loud enough for Miss Impatience to hear said, "Figures, we get all the way down here and they open the first lane up. No one even in line." Miss Impatience hears this and without looking, takes off to the newly opened lane. I calmly push my cart up and snicker to myself. Less than a minute later, Miss Impatience comes back, giving me the dirtiest look. I put on a straight face, looked at my wife, and said, guess it wasn't open after all. And our second story. Sell your property to someone who isn't my daughter? I'll get you expelled. When I was in university, I bought myself a longboard to get around campus. A lot of the students were doing it, and I thought it'd be easy. Well, after a few falls, I changed my mind and switched to a bike. I figured that if I wasn't going to be using it, I might as well sell it to someone who would. I posted it on Facebook Marketplace at a good price and had a few people interested right away. The first person to contact me was happy to meet my price and available to meet right away. I updated the listing to pending offer and drove out to meet the buyer. She liked the board and purchased it with no bargaining. When I got home, I had a message from a high school girl asking if it was still available. Me: "Sorry, no, someone just bought it." Her: "No, you have to go get it back. I love this longboard. It's perfect for me." Me: "Sorry, it's sold. I'm no longer the owner. I don't have it." Her: "Ask for it back. Tell the buyer that you changed your mind. Offer $20 for their trouble and I'll up the price." I wanted to end the argument, so I said I'd follow up with the new owner and ask them if they'd be interested in selling it to the high schooler a little more. I contacted the buyer to let her know that someone was inquiring about the longboard and was willing to pay a little more. I asked her if she'd like the contact details in case she wanted to make an easy $20. The new owner thought about it and said no, she wasn't interested. Fair enough. So I contacted the high school girl to let her know that I checked with the new owner and they were not interested in selling. Her: "This is your fault. I feel like you've just kicked me in the gut. You're a terrible person." I wasn't in the mood for further chatting and blocked her email. Fast forward 1 week and I had an email from the high school girl's mother. EM: "My daughter tells me that you promised to sell her a longboard but changed your mind and sold it to someone else. That's unacceptable." Me: "Nope, your daughter asked me if I could sell her a longboard after I'd already sold it to someone else. The posting noted that it was pending pickup when your daughter reached out to me. Sorry for the confusion." EM: "No, you will get my daughter that longboard. You're going to compensate her for the pain and suffering you've caused. You'll be giving the longboard to my daughter for free." Me: "Look, lady, I don't own the longboard anymore. Someone else bought it." EM: "Then go get it. I know the dean of your university. If you don't deliver the longboard to me by the end of the day, I'll get you expelled. Do you really want to lose your chance at having a good job over a longboard? You'll do the right thing or else." I stopped responding because that was absolutely ridiculous. I didn't block the email though. And the next morning, I had another treat. EM: "I went to complain to the dean. Your time at the university is limited. While I was there, my daughter saw someone riding her longboard today. How dare you sell it? You'll be sending us $500 for a brand new one. After all, you won't be needing your money for tuition next semester. My address is censored. You better deliver that money or else. What's your phone number? Text me at number when you're coming." Well, that night I went for a little ride and drove by their home. I took a photo of the 2015 BMW 228i convertible in their driveway and posted it on Craigslist for $500. I asked that interested buyers text EM's number and promptly blocked her email. My friend texted a few days later to ask about the car. Apparently, EM's responding to everyone thinking that it's me and demanding that they come with the $500 and a new longboard for her little angel, but that she's not selling the car. The dean never called me to his office. I graduated without issue. This is quite the smart way to get revenge. And our last story. Entitled mother refuses to move when I tell her to, then freaks when I write her a ticket. I work at an airport. Federal regulations prohibit vehicles parking next to the terminals. My job is to tell people this and have them take a loop around or go wait in a park and wait area. Most people understand and drive off. The people who always give me a hard time are the elderly women. Anyway, cast. EM, entitled mom. Jack, poor son. Me. We get drivers coming to pick up their people in waves due to multiple flights landing around the same time. Drivers will then pull up to the nearest open curb and park. What we do is break the stretch up section by section and start from the area closest to exit and work our way down. I just finished telling a vehicle to take a loop when EM comes speeding down the road and wedges her way into the slot I just made. When this happens, we don't say or do anything because often their person is on the sidewalk ready to go. I'll finish talking to the cars that have been there a minute and then come back. When I go back to her, I give her the same phrasing as everyone else. Me. Hi, unfortunately there's no parking and waiting. Active loading only. If your party's not out here, you're going to have to take a loop around, all right? EM. Oh no, my son is coming out right now. Me. Okay, ma'am, I can give you another minute, but if he's not out by the time I start walking back to you, you'll have to leave. I then stroll off before she can say anything. Usually when I say that line, people try to argue and ask for more time or get angry. So to prevent that, walking away is the best option. I finish the section again and head back. Now doing a section usually takes about 5 minutes, so she's had plenty of time. Me, tapping on her window to get her attention. Still no luck? EM. No, he's coming soon. Me. Unfortunately, ma'am, you'll have to go around at this time. Just get to the leftmost lane and you'll see a sign that says return to terminal. Only a 4-minute drive. EM. I'm not going. He's so close to coming out. Me. Ma'am, if you're still here when I come back, you're getting a ticket. Hearing this, her inside Karen awoke. EM. You have no right to threaten me in such a way. I am a tax-paying citizen, so my money paid for this airport. I can wait as long as I want. I don't argue with people, but I did notice the section was full again, so I just walked away. Finished it again in another 5 minutes. She's still there. At this point, I pull out my ticket book as I'm walking to her vehicle. Everyone on the sidewalk is smirking and giggling a little. They're enjoying the drama. I walk right past her window and stand in front of her car and start writing her plates. EM. What do you think you're doing? You have no authority. You're not even a police officer. This is true. I am not police. However, I am airport operations. I have to enforce airport safety and protocol. When acting on behalf of my job, what I say is just the same as if it were from a cop. Me. Ma'am, I've told you several times you'd have to take a loop around. Plus, you've had over 15 minutes to wait. She continues to yell at me, trying to create a scene and make me nervous to stop writing the ticket. It's also policy to not hand the person the ticket. We are able to put it under the windshield wiper. I do just that. However, just before I do, I get a feeling to call control, not ATC, but airport control, and request a camera to be out on me, just for safety. EM. Now you're trying to break my property. I want to talk to your manager because you're getting fired. Me. Ma'am, I'd be more than happy to call a supervisor. However, about breaking your property, we have video evidence I did no such thing. The EM keeps going off. I can take it. The section's mostly empty. However, there's still a lot of passengers on the sidewalk just watching the whole scenario. She then gets out of her vehicle and says something like, well, since I've already been ticketed, I'm just going to go find my son. The ticket she was given was for airport signs and markings. There's a different code for unattended vehicle. Me, being the cold-hearted jerk I am, let her walk away, gave it a minute, wrote her another ticket, and called for a tow truck to take it away. The EM comes right when the tow truck starts backing up to lift her front wheels. EM, what the F are you doing? Me, unattended vehicles must be towed away. EM, see son, I told you he was discriminating me and targeting me only because I'm a woman. You need to do something. Jack, sir, how long has my mom been parked here? Me, I'd say about 40 minutes. Jack, Mom, you know that's way too long. Jack shakes his head, and before his mom can start to say something, he says loudly, let's cut our losses right now and leave before it gets towed all the way away. If a vehicle's towed, it's an additional $50. But even if the tow truck touches the vehicle, it's $25 to the driver of the tow truck. Jack comes over to me while his mom gets in the passenger seat. Jack, I'm sorry for what she said to you. If anyone apologizes to me, I call it good. I tell him it's whatever, and then he thanks me for being patient. Because he's being so nice, I decide to teach his mom a lesson. Me, because you're being very polite and reasonable, I'll waive the $25 towing fee. Jack, thanks, I really appreciate that. I'll be getting out of here right now. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.